I just want to say before everything gets started, I am glad that my daughters and my wife said, you really need to work in this county. My wife has been telling me for years how good this county is. And I saw how well everybody treats everybody, and it's just a wonderful place to work. And I'm glad I got to experience it firsthand. I am so glad to be here. Even more excited, I'm glad to have our first concert here at this school for me. And these ones in the very back, well, this is their third, because they were here when this place started. But for me, it's my first in this school. Looking forward to it. These sixth graders received their instruments in late August, and they don't sound like they've only been playing for short weeks. Sound like they've been playing for a very long time. They're very good. But we wanted to give you just a little picture of what it was like when they started. Now, we're not going to make them squawk and squeak on their instruments as some people might do at concerts and say, well, that's what they sounded like their first day. Well, no, they really didn't. This is a very special group. They're sharp kids. They sounded really good from the beginning. I was just shocked at how well they sounded. And so we're going to show you some of the first music that they played. This is number 13 in the book. We're going to play some of the ones that were in our book so you can get an idea of how they progressed through this semester. But we're going to start with number 13, which is one of their favorite ones, three-note samba, which features the first three notes they learned. Yes, that one was short and sweet. There's not a whole lot to those first two songs.
You can't zoom it.
A great big whole note and some quarter notes, that's about it. But then we progressed and we started playing some things that are a little more advanced. And see if you recognize this next song. It's a pretty common song. players play that one. Not common for a band, but it's called Bile Them Cabbage Down. A good classic American song. Okay, so I have to admit, I hadn't heard it either, but we still like it a lot. It's still a great song. This next song is one I'm sure that you've heard, Skip to My Lou. And on some of these songs, we start to feature some of the different groups because we actually play in 2 different class periods, and we've only met together one time, believe it or not. It's not that they play together every day. Well, the woodwinds play together, and the brass and percussion play together, but until last Friday, they had never been in the same class at the same time. So we're excited to have almost 40 students together. So this is Skip to My Lou. On that song, we featured our trombone section, our oboes, which sometimes they think I forget them because there's 2 of them. The flutes and clarinets on that one. Later on, we'll feature the other folks who didn't get to play on that round. But this next song we're going to play in 2 parts. It's a duet. A lot of the songs early in the book, everybody's playing the same sound. We're all playing unison together as we learn our notes. And this next song, we're starting to play 2 parts, and then later on in the concert, we're playing things that are even full, all 3-part harmony and 4-part harmony. So they've really advanced very, very quickly. But this song is RLE, which was a song that was written around Civil War time, and Elvis Presley made it famous by putting the words "Love Me Tender" to it. So I'm sure you'll recognize this one. The very first of that song, we have the woodwinds taking the melody, and then when we switched halfway through, the brass class took the melody. But the percussion class, well, they work all the time. They stay very busy. And my wife, being a percussionist, knows all about it. Sometimes they have to switch even in the middle of songs, and sometimes they're running all over the back of the band section playing this thing and that. But as you can see, all of our percussionists are learning. They're not just drummers, and they're not just bell players. They're learning all the different instruments. So on that one, we even had Cayman in the middle. He was playing suspended cymbals. So they've already learned cymbal parts. So really amazing all the work they've done. This next piece, well, you couldn't have a winter concert without Jolly Old St. Nick. So we're going to play his song. This next piece we took out of the book and we changed it around quite a bit to make our own arrangement of it, Surprise Symphony. And we feature on bells. We actually have two gentlemen that play bells on the first time through, and then, well, we didn't want to leave Drew out of the mix, so the last time through when we played again, he's going to go over and play bells, so they actually all get to play bells. And then one is playing triangle and snare drum and bass drum, so that's fun enough to watch. But we're also going to feature the woodwinds on one part of it and the brass on one part, and at the very end we're going to have a variation of the theme and finish out the song. But we took it a little bit out of what's in the book, so nobody plays it like we do. So this is Surprise Symphony. This next song is kind of like a musical crossword puzzle, or word search. I'm trying to find the words that fit in there. Well, actually, we're going to do that with music. We're going to fit as many holiday songs as we can into this. And not just from one fan club with certain kinds of songs or another fan club. We're going to bring them in from all different sides and all different practices during the holiday season. It's a really interesting song. So some of them you may not recognize. There's a few of them I didn't recognize right away and had to try to figure out how many. There's about 8 or 9 in this selection. So enjoy trying to find all of the different holiday songs. And if you really want to sing along, I don't think anybody would object. So holiday sing for us.
Should I embarrass Kaylee? I can remember when I first got my band instrument, and the first time that we read through not just the little short one-line or two-line song, but to read that whole page-long song, I can remember some of the comments from the people in the group that went, "We'll never get this. We can't play this song. It's so hard." And then we came across the second one in the book, and then they said the same thing. Oh, we can't play this one. It's too long. Oh, I'm so worn out. And then after they were done the first time, they were rubbing their faces. Oh, but now they play it like it's no problem. So they did a fine job with that. This next one is a song that's a little bit more difficult. It's the one that's right in the middle of the book, and we set our eyes on this, that by the middle of the year, we're going to play this song. And so we accomplished our goal. This one's called Eagle Summit March, and it's a little tougher than the last one we heard because the parts are a little more independent. Hope you enjoy it. Eagle Summit March. We're going to do a quick switch, and we're going to have the jazz band come out next. So hope you stay and enjoy. And sixth graders, just to remind you guys, you're going to sit where they are. Seventh and eighth graders, you guys will go get your instruments now. Would be a good thing to do. So we'll have just a couple short minutes.